It's refurbished wood that was original to this 150-year-old home, and cherry cabinets to mimic, and this is a bamboo cutting board. This is the skylight area. You can see a sneak peek right at the end, but this was all made out of reclaimed wood. The next is resource conservation, and they talk about water primarily on this slide. And the ways to conserve. Everybody knows about the dual flush toilets, low flush tap aerators, and the idea of retrofitting devices in toilet, whether it's your brick in the back of the tank or your bottles. Soaker hoses have been an important part of my life. Not only is it a time saver, it's a water saver, and it's much more efficient for the plants. In each of our rooms, we have guest ice buckets. We've done rain barrels, and they have been a lifesaver. You just can't run that many hoses down to where the rain barrels are. And the traveling sprinkler, has anybody seen the traveling sprinkler? No? It looks like a tractor. It is a foot long. It weighs about 20 pounds, and it has wheels, and it'll travel along the line of your hose automatically. And it has spreads the water. It's fabulous. Okay, so this is an idea of recyclable planting containers. This is a rain chain. You can hardly see it, but it's a little locust thing hanging down. Rain barrels. I did a lot of research. I got these on Amazon, and these have been, they're huge. So when you put them in, they're enormous, but they've saved so much water. The next is decreasing waste, and how we've done it. Everything's bought in bulk, and that's one of the questions I had for Ian. We do one-house copies on all paper. We use towels and linen napkins, and there's where the main goal comes in, pressing those towels. And then for reuse, we use rechargeable batteries, and I am a fabulous, fabulous one for recycling furniture. My favorite store is Volunteers of America. And then all guest rooms have recycle bins and detailed a program for composting. So the table is set and everything is reusable. I mean, we've got china and linens and silver. This is very, very dark, and it's a piece of, it's a trunk. It's an old trunk from the Al Wanger's estate. It came to me via email, and I picked it up, and we recycled it into a chessboard. A tree fell. What do you do about that? Well, we made sitting areas out of it. The next is the pollution prevention. And this deals highly with staff training, and we have a detailed program for that. And also the use of compost, and contaminants for your driveway. So what have we done? I make my home cleaning products. And we use Glean Claws, which are biodegradable, reusable, fabulous claws that advertise that all they need to use is water to clean your windows. And yes, I have a hand mower. Okay, the next is environmental air quality and how best to deal with that. Well, this gentleman is pushing something. It's not motorized, except for the car. Environmental quality, we have carbon monoxide detectors, vacuum cleaners with HEPA filters, smoke-free, and the driveway is definitely green. It is gravel. Goal setting. So we look at environmental plans and employee training and communications. So how we do this? We share it with our guests. We have tent cards. We have it on the website. We have books in the room. We discuss it. They find it's fabulous conversation over breakfast. They enjoy that. We, towels on the floor. We rewash. Next is communication and education. Now, New York State has a grant working with CSAs, which are your community supported agriculture, for specifically B&Bs. And it's not that the money trickles to these entities. The money goes into networking and allowing people to open up discussions. Well, I have a CSA. Mine is Windy Meadows, but there's many out there throughout Monroe. We have all organic and local food for breakfast. And now we're going to have more with Mucilex. And eco-purchasing, that has to do with bulk. It has to do with smart choices when you're actually purchasing. Is it biodegradable? Is it reusable? And these are the eco-purchasing areas that we apply all these greens to, not only including appliances and stationery and bed linens, but all the way down to sustainable woods and organically local produced products. The last is outdoor habitat management. Now, the Ellwanger sits on 2.5 acres of wooded property. Now, you can say, wow, isn't that great? It is. However, it comes with all the things like foxes and rodents and deer, skunks and squirrels and you name it. I find that between the raccoons and the groundhogs, they can do the most destruction. And so we have to keep some of that in check. And the fox doesn't do such a great job in that area. He prefers the rabbits. So this is the outdoor parking area, very, very green, but it also leads down to a wooded ravine that is bordered with the Genesee River. You're going to have a lot of issues with animals. So we do have a gentleman who does animal control, and it's all, they're all live traps. Now, for future participation, you want to think about how you can green your own house. Now, remember, the B&B is also my residence. It's a business, but it's also my residence. So I'm constantly thinking about ways of saving, reducing, conserving. So we have enormous tree population. We have 33 trees, 5 of which were decayed and had to come down. So this year we'll be planting 5 new ones, a new boiler, more storm windows, always more storm windows. The biggest thing is the solar tube. I absolutely have enjoyed that tremendously, so we'll be putting more solar tubes in there. And then updates on porches and stucco. So it's an ongoing project. I have 2 mentors in my life. The first one's my mother. She was a child of the Great Depression. And the second one were the German people. I lived in Germany for 2 years, and their motto for recycling was 80-20. That's 80% recycled, 20% trash. And on the military base, everybody was briefed deeply on the fact that Americans are opposite. 20 is recycled, 80% is trash. So the idea was to promote recycling to the best of our abilities. And so that's a thread throughout my whole life today. And so I thought, why not to apply it to the Audubon International and the Ellwanger estate? And it's worked for me. I hope it works for you. I hope you can take home all this hours of research that I've done on these appliances and augment your own. Great, thank you very much.